always put out a cheese board that has something for everyone. Someone who's gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free. You have options when you come to my cheese board, and I believe that's how a cheese board should be. I also think we want to minimize mess, so no pits, no stems, no futzing around with the food. It's ready to eat with your fingers and just pop in your mouth. So, for example, I'm going to start first with grapes. Red grapes give a nice pop of color, but the problem with most grapes on a cheese board is you like end up picking one at a time. That's not elegant. If I'm at a party, I just want to eat a couple of grapes and then stop thinking about it. So what I do is before I put it on the cheese board, I cut it with a little scissor. So this way, someone can take a little bunch like this, and I put that on the cheese board like so, and that way guests can really control the amount of grapes that they enjoy and don't pluck one at a time, which I hate. So I'm gonna put that right in the middle of the board. Also on the board, I wanna show different heights and colors. So I love these cheese sticks, and honestly, whenever I put them on a cheese board, they're always the first thing to go. It's crazy, but I think it's because people just like something snacky. I like the cheese sticks from Trader Joe's, and they're also not too expensive. And what I do is I take them out of the box and I put them in a little glass like this or something, or it could be a mason jar, it could be a mini flower vase, and I just stick them all in, sticking out, and that way someone can just take one, enjoy it, and they don't touch so many at a time. So I'm just gonna put these all, in a glass jar like this. I always like to put chocolate almonds on my cheese board. I also like the chocolate almonds from Trader Joe's. You're gonna see most of my cheese board is from Trader Joe's. It's because their products have such good value and they also have really good variety and quality. So I'm just gonna take a couple handfuls of chocolate almonds, stick them on the cheese board, and you see, so far, the cheese board is mostly not cheese. It should be a mixture of things to surprise and delight your guests. Next, why don't we put some parmigiano reggiano on the cheese board? This is a big hunk of cheese, and I've been to a lot of parties where they give you a hunk of cheese and a knife. That's not my preference. I want to just take a piece by piece. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take pieces apart at a time. So guests can just take a chunk to munch on and not feel hungry. We want them to feel like they're having a nice portion size of cheese. So as you see, I'm just pulling it apart with my hands. So I also bought sandwich cheese because it comes sliced, and what I did was I just sliced it in half, and now this sliced cheese can go directly on the cheese board. I'm also gonna add dry apricots right beside it, and I think one of the tricks with a cheese board is to leave no empty space. You want it to look crowded, you want it to look full, something you just wanna really dig into. So we have apricots, cheeses. Now in terms of crackers, you can go in a lot of different directions. I like to include gluten-free crackers for those who have celiac or avoiding gluten. So what I'm gonna do is take these beautiful crackers, they're mostly made of seeds, out of the bag. Let's just break them in half because it's a more palatable size, and I'm just gonna stick them actually over here. I think a cheese board is a lot about improvisation. So now this is really an appropriate cracker size for guests to enjoy with their cheese. Then why not some cashews? I'm gonna put some cashews, which I, by the way, just had in my pantry. I didn't shop for this. So next I wanna do these fig and olive crisps, which are nice and sweet. And I'm just gonna lay some of these fig crackers, as you can see here. We also have this gruyere cheese. This is one of my favorite cheeses. I don't like to put a block of cheese on the cheese board. I rather we cube it ahead of time. So what I'm gonna do is you're gonna see how quickly just cube the cheese. So from the block, I've now cubed the cheese, as you can see here, and that's a much easier size for guests to enjoy. And I'll just lay it all on my board. Where I think it needs a little of this color, because I don't want to put all the cheeses side by side. I want to break up the different colors. I want it to look absolutely gorgeous. Okay, what else do we have? We have blackberries. So these are organic, beautiful blackberries. I also like blackberries because they don't have a pit, they don't have a stem. They're very easy to eat and they go really well with cheese. I'm in love with these cantaloupe crackers. They come in this fun size and the only ingredient is cantaloupe. They are freeze-dried. So they have a nice crunch and they're extra sweet. I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. The brand is called Crispy Fruit. So here we have prosciutto straight from the deli. I'm going to roll up each prosciutto into a little cigarillo shape. It's very as elegant as can be. Roll, roll, roll. And I'm gonna lay it down right here. Okay, so when it comes to brie, again, we don't want anyone to be shy, we want everyone to dig in. So I've actually already cut off a piece of the brie and I'm gonna stick it on the cheese board with a knife, but people won't be so nervous about digging in because they see a piece has already been removed. Goat cheese can get really messy. I'm gonna take the hard work out of my guests' hands and I'm gonna smear goat cheese on each individual cracker and put it on the cheese board like so. Lastly, it's blood orange season, so why not put something seasonal on your cheese board? Rather than putting the oranges intact on the cheese board, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel them for my guests and then pull apart the different slices so each guest can just take a slice of orange, maybe also in the same hand as some parmigiano reggiano, and have a great experience and not have to think too much. And there you have it. In under a couple of moments, you have a totally full and rich cheese board with something for everyone.